Sinking. 3, 2, 1, sink. Yay. We're here.
All right, we're here. We're sitting in the car. We're going to go see if you can get far. Step on the gas. Step on the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't like my instructor Mussolini quotes from
I have
Parappa
no
the
idea what
Rapper?
you're talking about.
Play Parappa the Rapper, you freaking trog. Oh my god.
I didn't have a PS1.
No. Well, welcome to Endstar Cast, the best ASMR eating podcast.
I was saying, why'd you also wait to start eating when we were recording?
I don't know. Hey, where do you get your candy from?
There.
Oh, you see, I get my candy from Home Depot or IKEA. I say Home Depot. Why did I say that? Oh,
Good meat.
oh, an Endstar Cast. Should we redo this? This sucks.
No, staying in.
Oh. Alright.
I haven't eaten anything today. I'm hungry.
This is gonna be a hard episode to record.
This is gonna be great.
This
This is gonna be the best one we've ever done.
I don't think there's any gaming news that happened since last we talked. I don't think anything important's happened in the gaming industry.
There's been a bunch of stuff. There was that great Helldivers doxing. That was stupid. Jeff Kaplan just outed Blizzard for shitty business practices. Who would have thought?
Oh, and also Xbox is dead.
And this is no longer an Xbox.
This is no longer an Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So, I believe I came to you with the idea of, hey, we should talk about the Xbox death and what that means to the game industry as an episode.
It means that the great console wars will now be between Sony and Nintendo.
It means a lot more than that.
Well,
but
that's
we'll
just
get
one
to
of the
that
things.
soon. Edge, will you stop sitting on my goddamn Swedish furniture store candy? Jesus Christ. Sorry, my cat is being a little shit. Love him. Anyway, so let's start with just how have you been since last we recorded?
Pretty good.
I don't remember
Pretty
when the
good.
last time was.
A lot of stuff's
Was the last
happened.
time? Was the last episode the one I'm currently editing?
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's in the editing dungeon.
Much like last time, I've taken up the editing duties for the previous episode, which will hopefully go before this episode if I'm not a complete editing hack.
I got fuck all to do today, buddy. What do you think I'm going to be doing?
Man, I'm going to play Marvel Rivals with you just so I can keep you from putting this episode up too fast.
You bastard. You can't do that.
I can and I will.
No.
A few things have changed since the last episode. With me, I have a new car. I have this nice little ring light that I'm using to make myself not look like I'm in the void like I usually do. Also, some games came out. You want to talk about video game?
I want to give updates.
Okay. You want to go first with your video game? I'm curious about what you've been playing.
I've done some things too. Okay, so
do your things too. Do your things and then your video game.
I started a little health kick for my to walk myself in around my 28th time around the sun. I've stopped drinking beer for a little while, which sad.
Oh yeah, I haven't had a good beer in a while. I've also
Same,
been like kind of cutting down
but
on
I did it
alcohol.
to myself. But it's good. I've been feeling a lot better. I've also been looking a lot better. I think I've lost about 10 pounds since I stopped about a month ago.
You look great.
Thank you. I've been keeping up with my running. I've been running 2 miles about 4 to 5 days a week, along with my regular workouts. I passed my CompTIA A+ exam and am certified.
Look at you.
Yep.
Look at you. We might need to censor some of those details. I'm not sure. If there's
I
anything
doubt you'll be able to
sensitive
read
on the
that.
paper.
There's nothing on.
I was able to read it real easily.
There's
so.
nothing on here that would give me away. Literally, it's just my registration number, and that's already like out the fuck. Cat.
Thank you for coming right into frame. Like, perfectly into frame.
Kitty!
I didn't even have to use the shot collar this time.
Oh my God, look at him!
Is that a bad joke? That might be a bad joke. I might
No,
censor that.
it's great.
Anyway. He just turned right into her. Hello.
And I'm going to see Sublime tomorrow.
Ooh, Sublime.
Yeah.
That's, oh God. Santeria? That's
that's one of them.
Right?
That is one of them.
Yeah. That's the only one I know by Sublime.
I am a Sublime fanatic.
Okay, all right.
I've listened to every single album.
A lot of this show.
Every single demo. One of my prized possessions is an actual vinyl copy.
Rush.
Huh?
They're your Rush.
Kinda. No, the Dirty Heads is my Rush. The Sublime is my... I don't know what Sublime is to me, but that's my second favorite band. But one of my...
Thank you, scientist.
One of my favorite things I own of Sublime merchandise is actually... it's a Sublime and Friends acoustic record, but it's not an acoustic album at all. What it is a bunch of shitty recordings of Brad and his friends at various dive bars or garage or living rooms. It's like the worst self-made college mixtape I have ever heard, and I absolutely love it.
So it's like a professionally made bootleg.
It is. Which is also how their second album was made, Robin the Hood. Like, they literally put on their, like, recorded at, it just says various crack houses.
Robin the Hood is a great name for an album, I have to admit. I think King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard also do, like, professional bootlegs, and those are great. I actually have the one for the show I went to.
Hell yeah.
In Miami. That was awesome. So what else? What games have you been playing?
I've been kind of too much fucking Marvel Rivals, if I'm being honest. That game.
Yeah, same. I got the Grandmaster last season, and this season I'm stuck in Diamond Hell.
I'm stuck in Platinum Hell, right behind you.
I'll pull you out of there with me. God damn it.
That being said, Tank Pool is probably my new main now. My new main.
Yeah,
I love him
you're
so
really good
much.
with him. You're having a lot of fun with him.
Oh, yeah. It's because he can be whatever I want him to be. If I want to go in there and hit shit, I can go hit shit. If I want to shoot shit, I can shoot shit. It is Thor with range and more versatility. I love it.
Yeah. Less survivability, though.
No. Not
he
with
can.
The E. Not with the E.
He can survive well. It's just like, it's more difficult, I'd say, than with Thor. Because Thor is just like the
there's a pattern to it. You throw down your little unicorn plushie. And then when that pops, you put your E, because that gives you damage reduction. And then you just kind of double jump out of there.
That's fair. Fair. I'm continuing with Rogue, because they added my favorite X-Men to the game. And, of course, I'm just going to play Rogue. I have a signed copy of
you low-key have become a Rogue One trick. Ever since
I am absolutely a Rogue One trick.
You really are. When you joined that night with a Crabcast member, they're like, okay, what's he do? He plays Rogue.
That's it. I'll occasionally dabble with Ultron, just for funsies, because Ultron is a DPS pretending to be a healer. And Gambit, unfortunately, passed away in his sleep with a few patches ago.
No, Gambit's still fucking broken.
No, Gambit's still great because his ult is great.
Exactly.
But his kit sucks.
No, his kit's amazing. What are you talking about? He has his burst heal is absolutely insane.
It's not as good as it used to be.
It's still really good. Gambit is still really good.
It's fine. The problem is like normal healing just doesn't do it as much.
They took down his damage output, and honestly, that was needed.
They did.
Gambit did not need to be a main healer and a DPS. All right, he did not.
He needs it.
No, he doesn't.
He needs it.
No, they didn't shoot him in the head, but they shot him in the kneecap, and it was necessary.
At least the team up's still good.
The team up
between Rogue and Gambit is so silly. Just funny punch is such a good ability.
I really like how the need for a shield tank is kind of just gone at the moment. Because
I wouldn't say that.
I would say it's less necessary. I don't have to worry about having an Emma, a Mag, or a Strange on every comp.
I feel like if I have an Emma, a Mag, or a Strange, I'm feeling pretty good about it.
No, you get tank pull.
I mean, tank pull is also technically a shield tank, sort of.
Barely.
in a weird way. Like, as much a shield tank as Rogue is, because Rogue can block damage. I find myself actually trying to shield people as Rogue a lot, just like throwing out the block.
Yeah, because the damage reduction you get for it is insane. All right, I don't want to talk about Rivals for the whole
All right,
podcast.
enough Rivals. This isn't the Rivals cast. We're slowly, you maybe saw us slowly transitioning in the background to like a Marvel Rivals logo over this whole conversation. That's your problem to edit now.
Fuck off. Anyway, other games. I know we both played Requiem. That was really good.
Yes. Do we want to talk about that later, or do we want to talk about it before we talk about Xbox?
We'll talk about that later, but I want to hear your favorite part.
Okay. So we'll do a spoiler cast at the end?
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm assuming you've beaten it.
Oh, yeah. I beat it in about 10 hours.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after Xbox.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Xbox. So from what I know about it.
Wait, hold on. What was the other games you played?
Oh, other games? I played a demo of Soda Powered Penguin. There'll be
you told me to download that.
An indie mini about that up soon, if it hasn't been put up already. I played... what else did I play? Steam, what did I play? Oh!
You want me
I got a new friend slop game, Super Battle Golf. That one's fun.
Yeah, Super Battle Golf's fun. I've seen that. No, wait, I'm thinking Golf with Friends. My bad. No, Super Battle Golf
gives you guns.
I have not seen this. Hold on.
It's fun. It's great when you can just whip around, cap your friend in the face, get a speed boost, and then go. Or you find their ball and you put a landmine on it, and they can't hit it.
I'm looking at this on Steam now. This is really funny.
Oh, it's amazing. The last couple game nights I've had with the Jacksonville crew have been absolutely friend crushing, but so many laughs.
Oh, this does look fun. The golf carts and everything. This is goofy.
Oh, it's great.
I'm just like, how does a ball even get in the hole at that point?
It doesn't. I also like I really love the way the golf power is measured. So there's a meter, right? And rather it just be like the power, it actually shows you like an overlay of like the map in front of you. So it'll have like different shades of color representing like all the colors of green and even the flag if you're close enough. And you hit the ball in that color or as close to the flag as you can get it after you adjust your angle. And that's how the power is measured. It's really nice. It's probably the best use of golf UI I've ever seen, unironically.
Okay. Which is a very funny thing to say, just in general, favorite golf UI. But yeah. So I guess that's all the games you've played.
That I can remember off the top of my head.
All right. So I will now yap about my games, because I've played a lot recently.
I also bought Mr. Sleepyhead, but haven't played it yet.
Mr. Sleepy Man was such a good demo. I really want to get more into that.
It's still on sale for the launch price right now. It's about $7.16, I think. Which really isn't bad for a 3D platformer.
That isn't bad, no. Let's see. I've played a few hundred games. I beat Expedition 33 finally.
Dear God, I still haven't beaten that.
Excellent game. I ruined the final boss.
Good.
Because it turns out, if you make a good enough burn build, the last boss just will not get to play their turn. I did not see the final boss attack.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, you and Geo have absolutely cracked that game wide open and made it your bitch.
Yeah.
And here
I'm playing on hard too.
I can't. I'm so bad at builds in RPG. Like there's so many moving parts that I just can't click with. But I've gotten through that game just brute forcing everything. Especially when I beat that tall metal guy in the ocean before I found out there was an ability that lets you go over 999 damage.
Or sprung. Oh, you beat him before you got that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just got really good at parrying.
Yeah, thankfully he's pretty formulaic with the parrying.
It took me 2 hours to beat him.
I haven't fought the super bosses, and I don't know if I will go back because there's so much there, and I got so many things I want to play. Excellent game. Excellent game.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
No to say about it. But yeah. I also have been playing a lot of Shadows of Doubt, the immersive sim.
Is it the one where you play as the rat detective?
You can play as a rat detective, yeah. Shadows of Doubt was in early access for a while. It was a procedurally generated immersive sim where it would randomize your character, the world, the events that happen, and all the murders you have to solve. Very fun game. It came out in 1.0 finally, a little while ago, and added a permadeath mode, a Iron Man mode, a rat detective mode, invincible but you're being hunted down by a snail who'll instantly kill you mode.
Does the snail move really fast, or
the snail moves very slow, but it's always coming after you?
Your chances are low but never zero.
Yeah, your chances are low but never zero.
That is hilarious.
And if it touches you, you instantly die. Very fun game. I don't want to know how much work that took to make, because holy shit. That feels like that would ruin me. Romeo is a Dead Man came out. Have you heard about Romeo is a Dead Man?
No.
That is the new Suda51 joint, creator of games such as Killer 7, Killer is Dead, No More Heroes, No More Heroes 3, Silver Case. Basically a lot of weirdo freak auteur games, and this is probably his most weirdo freak auteur game in a while. It's such a cool looking game that I'm not sure I like.
Maybe it's just one of those, like, you just have to play it and it'll click. Like,
maybe the problem is I'm getting a lot of the same issues I had with No More Heroes 3. Which No More Heroes 3 was like a really cool story, a really cool setup, really great character designs, fun cutscenes, having little asides where two characters are just talking about real life Takashi Miike movies is really great. The gameplay was very simple and didn't get any more interesting the entire game, and that's my problem with No More Heroes 3. Romeo's a Dead Man's kind of feeling like that for me, where it's like, oh, I think I found everything.
does it like burn out too quickly? Like it shows everything like front loaded?
The gameplay it kind of feels like it's shown its hand, and maybe I'm just not far enough for it to really show me stuff, but like I feel like the game's kind of given me everything already, and it's like, oh, okay. And like sometimes you can do that. Sometimes you can, like Breath of the Wild kind of shows its entire hand pretty quickly as far as like the mechanics and gameplay.
Oh yeah.
But it builds upon that by
the world has so much to do, but it doesn't feel
the world
like
itself.
It doesn't feel too crazy because it's so based around discovery.
Yeah.
So that's what gives you the dopamine hit. You find something new or you figure something out just by looking at it. The game doesn't like say do this thing. I mean, there's some cases, I guess, but like still, there's Steam.
Yeah, then maybe it's just me, but like I don't find the combat in Romeo very satisfying. Like I'm not expecting Devil May Cry, but I'm expecting at least on the level of Killer is Dead because I really like the combat in that, and this is not that. But regardless, I do still think it is like such an interesting game, and games like that need to exist, in my opinion. So I'm gonna mess with it, see how I feel by the end of it. Maybe I'll turn around because I remember I didn't like No More Heroes for a time, and now No More Heroes is one of my favorite games ever made. So there's that. Last game I'm going to talk about, except for Resident Evil later.
There's no way this is right.
Have you?
What the hell? Hold on, I was looking through my Steam just to try and see if I could like come up with anything else. I'm looking at. Okay, stop. I'm looking at Civ 7. That's the deluxe. That's the deluxe edition. Why do I have the deluxe edition on my wish list? I didn't. Anyway, I saw it. All I see is like Civ 7, $100, 40% off. So now it's $60.
Oh, they're doing that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero shit.
Yeah.
Where they only discount the deluxe edition. That's cool.
That's really stupid.
I hate that shit so much.
It's got mixed reviews, just like every other Civ game within the first 2 years.
Pretty much. You gotta wait a few years for that game to get finished.
Yep.
The only other game I really want to talk about, because anything else to talk about are demos, and I feel like I should just wait for those games to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of a game called Esoteric Ebb?
I think I heard you mention it.
So
in conversation.
That is a weird mishmash of Disco Elysium and Planescape Torment. So, did you ever play Disco Elysium?
No.
Okay.
I can't read.
So it's a CRPG with very little combat. But Disco Elysium had a whole thing if you had like 40 stats and they were all characters that would talk to you. And this is similar, except you have 6 stats, and your 6 stats are Strength, Dex, Constitution, Wisdom, Int, Charisma. Your D&D stats. You are a cleric who has lost their memory, who has just woken up from an accident after essentially being killed, got resurrected, and you are now trying to investigate the bombing of a tea shop. Oh, by the way, the first ever election is happening in 5 days. And there's a lot of games that have tried to do what Disco Elysium did, just didn't have the writing chops or the setup or anything to really make itself stand out. This feels like someone trying to do another Disco and succeeding. To put in perspective, your strength stat is very manly, and will tell you to do the manliest option that asserts dominance of some sorts.
Hell yeah.
Your wisdom stat is very compassionate and asks you to empathize with people.
Hell no.
Your constitution stat is just defending you, and your charisma stat is telling you what to say to make people like you. Did I mention that each of the stats? Your stats? No.
No, not the stats. What if I'm gonna make a Riz build, does that mean I can fuck everyone I see?
I don't know. I definitely pulled one orc lady who might just be in it.
So it's possible.
It might be possible.
It's possible. Okay, that's all I needed to know. What's this game called?
It might be the Unlimited Possible. But did I mention that each of the stats has their own political affiliation? Each of your stats will give you advice to say different political stances.
That sounds horrible.
So I believe strength is nationalism, Dex is hyper-capitalism. Keep in mind, I might get these wrong. I forgot what Constitution is. I know Int is a magicocracy, a meritocracy, where it's everyone who's really who can do a lot should be leading. Wisdom is the workers' party. So the dwarves, I don't know if that would be a socialism stand or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then charisma is vote for whoever makes you more popular. Say you're apolitical until you find the stat that makes you more popular. I'm that's hilarious.
That makes sense.
That's great. The game is excellent. It's not only a good Disco sequel, it's also just a really fun D&D style adventure.
Okay.
It plays with the fantasy elements a lot. I ran into a tiny little imp devil person who gave a notice directly single player. Is explicitly single player. I talked to a little devil person, a little imp, and he told me how to invest in the stock market, and gave me advice on how to diversify and what risky ventures are. It's very fun. Very good game. Highly recommend it. Anyway, enough of that shit.
Oh, I also tried Tokyo Underground Killer.
How is that? I've been seeing that around.
I thought you were the one that recommended it to me.
Was I?
I think so, because you were like, "Yeah, look, it's a very ender-pilled type game." Because it's
I think I might have said this looked like a year type of thing.
Yeah,
I didn't play it.
I've
not played it.
The first level sucks, absolutely terrible. Almost turned me off to the game, but then after that, it actually gets good. And it's also very you are playing through an anime. There's no other way to say it. You are playing through a really grungy neon light anime. There's so much story. There's so much dialogue. It's all in Japanese, which is honestly pretty impressive. but when you actually do get to play the game, it is fun. It's a lot of dashing, countering. You can find guns randomly that only have like one clip, so you're like constantly cycling through different weapons.
Very Hotline Miami-esque.
It's like a slightly worse version of Hotline Miami. I'll tell you that. It's
more like
fun.
Severed Steel in terms of like picking up, constantly switching weapons.
Kinda. It's so you like running. It's mostly revolves around your sword and dashing, and there's a couple combo moves you can do. I'm not too far into it. It's one of those games I play when I'm kind of bored, just to kind of like do something. But it is worth picking up if you have nothing else to play. It is okay.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I can respect that. All right. So let's talk about the death of Xbox. So we're being hyperbolic, obviously. Xbox, the brand, is still around, but I think they've damaged themselves to a point where I don't think they'll ever be the titan they used to be.
Unnecessary price hikes. Bought so many studios and did absolutely nothing with them.
Well, they did more than Sony did with them.
That's true. We'll have to talk about Sony later because they're doing some dumb shit recently. Oh my god.
So a lot of people I feel like are going to go like, oh well, it's just Xbox. I have a PlayStation. Who cares? It's like, I don't think you understand. The death of Xbox is not just like, oh, this system is dead now. Who cares? It is now going to change the balance. Because PlayStation always had to be like, well, we have to be better than Xbox. Now they have to be better than no one. You can argue Nintendo, but Nintendo's never really been like the big like competitor for PlayStation. Because
Nintendo is honestly a different world than PlayStation. It is a completely different area of preference. If you like PlayStation games, you're more into like shooters, action games. I'd say, at least in like a general sense. There's definitely titles between the two consoles. Plus, PlayStation is significantly more power than a Switch 2. So buying it more for the performance.
It's a thing of like, I don't think since the GameCube, Nintendo has even been in the discussion for the primary console.
That's because Nintendo's trying to go off portability.
Yeah,
they're riding that portability high.
Like, I was born in '98, right?
Same.
Like right when the N64 was taken off. N64 versus PlayStation was a pretty good fight, right? Then you get Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, GameCube, Xbox. Obviously, PlayStation 2 took over that market, but the Xbox was really close behind. GameCube was kind of a failure. Then you get,
in the grand scheme of things, it was.
And I love the GameCube. Like, I have a GameCube sitting right there. I basically built my entire like identity around how much I love the GameCube.
I got a GameCube over there. I need to go get it fixed. The fucking disc reader isn't working anymore.
Oh yeah, I can probably fix that for you, honestly.
Great. I'll drive 3 hours. Are you near?
Oh, you think it's only 3 hours away? No.
Oh damn.
It's like a 6-hour drive, dude.
Can I mail it to you?
I'm like, you probably could actually mail it to me.
Yeah, I'll do that. We'll do that.
Yeah. Regardless, so basically, as long as I've been playing video games, it's been you're either gonna get an Xbox or PlayStation, and then you'll get whatever the hell Nintendo's up to. So every household I knew either had a PlayStation or an Xbox 360, but they also had a Wii.
Yes, the Wii was everywhere. I got a Wii there.
Like, you could shove a Wii anywhere. Bam, it's there. Bam, it's there. And it's never there to directly compete with the Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3. It is always the secondary console. So then the Wii U came out, was a failure. Again, then they put out the Switch. Did you ever see anyone buy a Switch instead of an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4?
Yes. And it was because they were buying it for their kids.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like your average person is not going to buy it over one of those.
Dude, the Switch sold like freaking hotcakes. The Switch One.
Yeah, Switch sold like hotcakes. Yeah,
but you also got to take into account that the Switch One came out while the Xbox One and the PS4 were like in the middle of their era. So it's not like
Yeah.
they were competing against a console launch.
Well,
it was just
no,
like,
they
hey,
came
here's
out
a
around.
super cool portable console, and now you can play Skyrim while you're shitting.
they did.
Isn't that cool? Like,
Yeah, but like the thing about the Switch is it was never made to replace like your Xbox or your PlayStation. It was always made to be like it was made to replace your DS. Honestly,
it was made to replace the PSP, but that
The
thing was
3D.
already out the door. Like
the PSP was replaced by time.
it was.
Like PSP died just because like it couldn't stand the test of time. Same with Vita. Like they had
The
great
Vita was
hardware.
such a cool piece of hardware, though. I loved the Vita. Same
Great
with the
hardware,
PSP.
no
Like,
support. Great hardware, no support.
Dude, I
also
thought it
the
was the
price
coolest
was
thing
really
ever. My cousin had the Darth Vader PSP,
Oh, the PSP
he
was
was just-
so cool.
and he was just playing Battlefront, like Battlefront 1 in bed, and it ran
Yeah.
great. It was
You
cool.
had Battlefront 2 on there. It was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the PSP. It's just like it's one of those things where like, yeah, we'd rather put more support into our big console, you know. Whereas Nintendo was always willing to do a little bit of both. They were always good at like handling both, except for the Wii U. The Wii U got it kind of shafted, but that was because they were that was a dead on arrival
Yet
console.
despite
and I
that, it
own
had some
one.
of the best ports of older Nintendo titles ever. Same with the 3DS. Like we're never the Zelda ports of the Wii U and the 3DS are out there, and they refuse to just put them on the Switch, and it makes me angry.
God, I really want Twilight Princess HD on the Switch, man.
I want
Oh my
Wind
God.
Waker HD on the Switch. No, you get the shitty GameCube version, which is still a fine version, but the Wii U version is just infinitely better.
So I want to take you back to the Xbox 360. The
golden
Xbox
years.
360 was a disastrous launch.
Oh yeah, because the
I'm
damn thing just
talking-
broke. It was just a terrible piece of hardware at
A
first.
100% defect rate. Every Xbox 360 on that first line had a red ring error. It was a broken console.
Mm-hmm.
Like that should have put Xbox in the dirt immediately. But, and this is a huge but, PlayStation decided after basically winning the PS2 versus Xbox fight, they decided in their infinite wisdom, you know what we should do? We should release a $600 console. Which
Wait,
at
it was
the time.
the PS3 was $600 at launch.
PS3 came out to $599 at launch. You could hear a pin drop when that price got announced.
In what goddamn world? That doesn't even
Right?
make sense today. People are
Right? I mean, the PS5 Pro is $600 right now.
Yeah, but it's
and
really
that
not
price is
too
gonna
much
go
of a
up with the
difference
RAM
between the regular PS5.
Yeah,
Honestly.
no, I don't.
But except,
personally
you know
see
what
the
they're
reason to
gonna
get one.
did they? I don't know if this is true, but did they actually lock performance metrics behind the Pro and the regular?
I don't know. I know that PSSR, their DLSS version, is only on the PS5 Pro.
That's kind of lame, but all right.
Yeah. I'd say that's probably just due to a little bit of hardware improvements. I believe it.
Yeah.
With the consoles these days are built a lot like PCs and like how you can kind of build on top of the framework.
Yeah, because
Not
I
as
still have
customizable, obviously.
my first. It wasn't a first wave. I got a PS5
base
maybe
PS5
about a year
yeah.
after it
I still
initially
have a base
launched.
PS5. Yeah.
Which I'm glad I still kept it. I was thinking about giving it selling it for the longest time because they were porting all this shit to PC. Not doing that anymore, and I want to play Wolverine.
Yeah, we'll talk
really
about
wanna
that
play
in a little
Wolverine.
bit. We'll talk about that in a little bit. There's a
Oh,
lot to
man.
go over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Xbox kind of took over for a bit, and Xbox kind of ran that generation for a while. And then eventually PS3 started picking up once they started getting more, I would say, boutique games. You had games like The Last of Us coming out. You had a lot of cool stuff on the horizon. So
They had God of War
they were
3.
starting to pick up.
That was a big one.
They had God of War 3, yeah.
They had
PlayStation started to pick up near the end.
Infamous 1 and 2. Great
Infamous
games.
1 and 2 are so good. So
God.
good. So there's a little bit of a battle going into the next generation. So then we get the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And arrogant Sony was replaced with arrogant Xbox. Because what do we get? We get, oh, this is the DRM console. That's right. It has to be always online to play your games. Also, you can't trade in games because the games just give you a license. Nothing's on the disc. Meaning you don't own your games. Which is a psychotic thing to say back in 2014.
Not to mention,
Let alone now.
they just didn't have anything on that console. It was so barren of exclusives.
We'll get to that, but we're going to talk about pre-launch first, because that was already a nightmare scenario.
I pre-ordered an Xbox One. I had a day one Xbox One. I was so hyped for it. It was like all I could think about for months, because I had a 360 through that entire era, and it was great. Oh my god. I loved playing Viva Pinata and Halo 3 and Reach and fucking I played Gears. I didn't get too into Gears of War. My friends got Gears of War 3 and I joined them with that for that era, but oh my god, I was so terrible at it. The story was fun.
So pre-release Xbox One, I remember vividly, right? I remember vividly watching all that come across. First of all, always online, can't trade in any games. You can't lend games to friends, and the only way to do it is based on like a timed license that needs to be re-upped every now and then. It was some complicated, just ridiculous bullshit that no one thought was a good idea. Also, it was a $500 console.
It was massive. That thing was a fucking unit.
It was also ugly as sin.
Oh yeah.
They were really pushing the Kinect. They were really pushing the fact that it could be used as a TV streaming box, because the PS2 was a DVD player. Why can't we do something like that? Now we can do Blu-rays. So that was a mistake, especially, and PlayStation knew this was a mistake.
You know, that console the Xbox One also launched at a fault. Did you remember all those videos that came out of you put the disc in? Yeah. That was actually my first Xbox One. Within 2 weeks, I had the blender, essentially. It fucked up one of my games.
Yeah, I got one of my games screwed up by that too.
I will say they had a really good support system at the time, because I got a new one within 2 days.
Oh yeah, they had to.
They had to, or else
they'd face lawsuits.
I was just as mad as I was happy, because I mailed it in, and within 2 days got a brand new one. It was crazy.
So then you get the PlayStation 4. Well, yeah, also Xbox One didn't show off any new games. They had Rise Son of Rome, and that was like
it was all right. It was the whole gimmick behind that game is that it looked pretty.
Yeah. The thing is, that game was barren for first party launch titles.
Same with Forza 5. Forza 5.
Oh yeah, I guess Forza. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! Cars. It was the most blank wasteland of a racing game I had ever seen.
I just don't care about most racing games because they're sauceless now. Unless like the indie racing games.
I got it because it was just something to have on the damn thing. Like
what else are you gonna get?
Exactly. There was that, Rise, and Assassin's Creed 4, and I had all of them.
So then we move on to the PlayStation 4. All right, move on to the PlayStation 4. More powerful, a lot sleeker of a design. The new UI is really nice. The new controller has a lot of neat little features in it. You can just give someone your game if you want to lend it or sell it. Like I think they literally put out like a video making fun of Xbox called "How to Share Games in the PlayStation 4," and it's literally the CEO being like, "This is how you share games in the PS4. Here you go. Thanks."
Yeah, I bet
that was it.
I bet that aged like milk.
No, I mean the PS4 stayed like that for a bit.
I meant like in today's day and age. Can you still share physical copies with PS5?
Yeah, you can share physical copies of PS5. Because I think they realized like after the backlash, like we don't want that smoke.
Okay.
We don't want that smoke.
Okay.
Like we'll just move to all digital at that point. We'll just make an all digital marketplace at that point if we really want to do that.
Which they're trying. They're trying with.
They kind of try with the Pro. They kind of try with the Pro because the Pro doesn't have a disc drive unless you buy the external disc drive.
That's so dumb. I mean, that was the same thing. Like you could save $100 by avoiding buying a disc drive with the initial launch. It was so stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. As we're saying, trying to get back on
I'm sorry,
track.
I keep derailing this conversation.
Oh, no, you're good. They also shared that there was going to be a share button, which would allow you to share clips, but also possibly hand the controller off to a virtual friend, so someone over can like stream the game on their console from yours.
I gotta turn on my fan.
Oh yeah, go ahead. You can probably still hear me. And you could also, there's also a bunch of games that were supposed to support the Vita and have crossplay with that. On top of like the PS3 stuff. Now, granted, the Vita stuff didn't get play as much, so whatever. But the point is, they had all this, and they came out to $400. $100 less than the Xbox. It was kind of a no-brainer. They also had a bunch of first-party games that showed off. We saw Bloodborne. We saw Killzone, which Killzone wasn't very good, but at least it was something on the console.
Is the PS4 the generation where you actually had to start paying for online? For them?
PS4 was when they started making PlayStation Plus, but they also released that with the promise of free games you can download.
Yeah, they didn't really do much of that, though. At least at first.
I mean, they at least gave you something, which Xbox would then copy later on with their games monthly, etc. But yeah, the point is, and I think Phil Spencer has never said anything more correct than this. They lost that generation. That might have been the most important generation to lose.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember before the hardware launched, before everything was like it's set in stone of like who won what, like at the very beginning, the main reason to buy any console at that time was what are your friends getting? Because that's why I got an Xbox One over a PlayStation. It was because we were all Xbox players. We all played. And it was basically like you can't play with friends anymore if you don't get what everyone else is getting. At least that's how it was. I wanted a PlayStation,
but I bought an Xbox because all my friends were playing Halo.
Exactly, and there wasn't even a new Halo to play with the new Xbox.
It was literally just Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4.
It was the honest. Dude, the Master Chief Collection was hype as shit.
And it was broken on release.
It was terrible. I couldn't even play it. Oh my god, it was so bad.
That was, I would say, the start of the downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can argue it's like, when they tried to buy Nintendo and get bought out of the room, when they lost Capcom after basically telling them Resident Evil wouldn't be worth anything, which is hilarious now to hear. You can argue it's a lot of places where Xbox had the downfall, but I would argue that was the exact moment that they failed.
Yeah, they should.
That is the failure of Xbox. And to their credit, they did try to bring it back. They tried adding backwards compatibility. They tried... Oh, I forgot about hashtag deal with it. I forgot about that when one of their like major people... I forgot who it was. It was like one of their core people went on Twitter on this rant about how gamers are entitled and don't understand the Xbox is going to be the best system ever. Hashtag deal with it.
The hell?
I remember this. I gotta look this up now because I remember that was insanely backwards, and they fired him very soon, very soon after.
Dear God, man. Hello, Editing Ender here. Just wanted to chime in real quick and give you some context of what we were talking about. Apparently, there was some Microsoft employee by the name of Adam Orth who was responding to a lot of controversies amongst the player base of Xbox, complaining that the console was always going to be on when they first announced the system. He just basically spat out a bunch of nonsense saying, I always want the device to be on. You guys are stupid, yada, yada, yada. And then at the end of it, posted a picture of Obama going, deal with it. So, yeah, just some out-of-touch corporate guy. Who'd have fucking guessed? Anyway, back to the show. I will say, having that console and going through like the whole brunt of that generation I didn't get a PS4 till years later, probably about 3 years before there was even a concept of a PS5. But I will say it was a pretty neat, it had a lot of neat ideas going with it with its UI. I will say the UI, I preferred the UI of the Xbox One over the PS4.
I disagree. I think the PS4's UI was way better.
But it's probably because I was more. I never had a PS3 during that.
The PS3's UI was awful, though.
It was similar to a PS4, though, from what I remember.
It is a little nicer, the PS3.
I don't know. I like. It's probably because I just was on one more than the other, so there's a little bit of like bias towards that. I did like what the Kinect could do. I never used it for like any gaming things, but it was kind of nice to just like tell it to turn on, tell it to turn off. You could tell it to like record something. I actually did hook it up to like my DVR at the time, so I could say watch TV and it would pull up my cable. It had a lot of cool little features, but it didn't do the one thing it was supposed to do, which was have games to play.
Yeah, like there was a very limited amount of first-party titles on there. You had Rise Son of Rome, you had Dead Rising 3, widely known as the worst Dead Rising. I actually like Dead Rising 3, but
I thought Dead Rising 3 was great.
Yeah. Well, the worst Dead Rising at the time. Dead Rising 4 is obviously way worse.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Dead Rising 3 was fun. The character was boring, but it was fun to play.
Yeah, but he wasn't like offensively bad. He was just kind of like
he just
not
didn't really
as cool
have
as
like
Chuck
anything
or
unique
Frank.
about him. He was just a dude freaking out.
It's
Which,
like, oh, geez.
valid. There's zombies everywhere. But,
oh jeez, All Might protect me. Oh jeez.
But it did bring us.
He kind of was the Spanish
Chuck
Deku.
Green.
Oh, dude, Chuck Green showing up was such a
that was so
amazing.
Fucking funny.
That's not pro Xbox. That's pro Capcom. Anyway, let's fast forward a bit because there's a lot of tripping over their own dick that Xbox would do.
Oh hell yeah.
Obviously, they didn't know how to manage Halo because Halo kind of like went through like a million phases of dying, deader than dead, the most dead, 50 feet in the grave.
Halo 5 was a lot to be desired.
What would the next biggest fumble of Xbox be? I would argue it was the purchasing of Activision Blizzard.
I would say also just the terrible names they have for their consoles.
Well, yeah, that was obviously terrible,
that was before they did that. But dear God, the naming of their systems got so out of hand. It's like there was a point in time like I don't even know what edition of this I'm gonna fucking buy.
Do you know why
the Xbox
360? No. Do you know why the Xbox 360 was called the Xbox 360?
Why?
It's because they were worried gamers would think that the PS3 is better than the Xbox 2 because 2 is smaller than 3.
We can't let them win the dick contest.
To be fair, I always think about the story of how Wendy's or Burger King, some other fast food chain, put out a sandwich called the Third Pounder, which is technically bigger than the Quarter Pounder. But people didn't know that it was bigger. They thought it was smaller because 3 is smaller than 4. Even though 1/3 is bigger than 1/4.
Number. Then what made them go back on that?
So they're not wrong.
With the Xbox One.
Hubris? I don't know. Because they were like, it's going to be your all-in-one entertainment system.
And then the Xbox One X. And then the Xbox One S, and then the Xbox S, then the Xbox.
That was just because phones. That's because
Xbox
phones.
Series X.
Because you get an iPhone 13, iPhone 13 SXL, iPhone 13 XXX.
Yeah, but at least it was all within the same lineup. All right, this shit just kept popping out, and they didn't have a name.
Oh, Xbox Series might have been the worst. Might have been the worst naming convention I've ever seen. Because I knew people who knew a lot about video games. That even they were like confused about the naming schema. It's bad.
It's horrible. I have a Xbox One X over there, the one before the in between generation. I guess I
have an Xbox One S, and I didn't buy it to play video games. I bought it because it was the cheapest 4K Blu-ray player at the time.
That is such a statement,
isn't it?
Such a statement,
isn't it? But yeah. Anyway, let's fast forward because Activision Blizzard, I would say, was the next massive kneecap.
You know what was weird? They were already shitting the bed before they bought them. I guess.
Oh, they're at their cheapest. I would argue like the timing made sense because they were at their cheapest. They were already wounded from a ton of scandals. Overwatch was hemorrhaging. World of Warcraft was still making money, but not as much money as it was making. Final Fantasy XIV was slowly rising up. It was the perfect time to buy them. The problem, Microsoft bought it with money they could not afford. And you could see that because they closed down a ton of studios and canceled a ton of projects right afterwards.
And I remember they had I think it was like during one of the E3 years before it like fully died. All they did was talk about, look at all these freaking studios we own. And it was a genuine concern. It's like, oh, great, Xbox is now the Disney of video games because they're just buying everything. And nothing, or
they're more like
barely
the HBO
anything came out. Like the only
games.
thing that came out of all of that, which still ended in tragedy, that I can remember was Hi-Fi Rush.
I was about to talk about Hi-Fi Rush because Hi-Fi Rush showed a massive, I would say, a massive problem with the video gaming industry. Because you put out like a poor game, like a big game that's badly reviewed, a game that did not do well, and your company was probably trashed. But then you put out a game like Hi-Fi Rush, which came out, it performed on a budget, it sold well, it reviewed well, it won awards. Tango Gameworks was doing really, really good. And then you close the studio down anyway because you have to make back the money for Activision Blizzard. And
amongst your infinite wisdom, you close down the one thing that's doing you good. Congratulations!
It's like, no, you should hold on to those studios. They're the ones who are going to keep... Like, I would say the one reason to get an Xbox is to play Hi-Fi Rush. Because that game
nice about that
rules.
is you can buy the,
and then they put it
on
on every other console anyway.
It'll still
so
run really well.
They put it on Switch and PlayStation anyway, so who cares, I guess.
Did they really? I saw it on Steam, but I didn't know they put it on.
They put it out on PlayStation before they shut it down, and then I think when Krafton, the guys who own it now, bought them, they put out the Switch version. To my knowledge. I could be a little flaky on that. But more recently, we found that, just going to skip ahead a bit, because Xbox is making a lot of bum-ass decisions. They put out a bunch of their first-party lineups on other consoles, including the new remake of Halo, coming out on PlayStation 5.
Wait, so the Halo 1 remake.
Yeah, the Halo 1 remake that looks dog shit. That is going to be on PlayStation. Phil Spencer has announced that he is stepping down, and he will be replaced by this guy who I don't remember his name.
Is that the guy who's preaching that AI is going to be like?
He's preaching that AI is going to be the future of gaming, dude.
God.
Copilot for gaming, dude.
You know what's really fucked up about that? In my current college course, I just read through an AI chapter, and
oh boy,
one of the practice quiz questions was, "What can AI do for the entertainment industry?"
Burn it.
You want to know what the correct answer was?
What was the correct answer?
Specifically, word for word, create new video games. I wish I was kidding. A college course. I was also very upset. I was not happy. Jacob, come back. He's gone. Well,
Had to walk away for a second.
I'm so sorry I had to drop that on you, but it's real. It is very real.
So
I could probably find it and put a screenshot of it at once.
I don't want to see it because I will kill something. Yeah. So that's where we're at now. Regardless, Xbox is wounded to the point where they're bleeding out slowly. I think Project Helix is most likely going to be some kind of streaming platform.
They're dropping new hardware, though, aren't they?
That's what I'm thinking. That's going to be a streaming thing. Well, I think it's going to be like Stadia.
I think it's just going to be another like pseudo gaming PC, because the biggest thing behind that is it can play Steam games too, which okay, so conspiracy theory time. Conspiracy
NVIDIA
theory
Go
time.
Can do that.
Conspiracy theory time. All right, get out your tinfoil hats, boys. We are diving into the deep shit. So we all know that the whole AI BS. One of the biggest things about that is like they're buying up all the RAM, they're doing all the data centers and all this bullshit, yada 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 yada. So that alone has obviously made upgrading PCs and also buying new hardware a lot more expensive. So bad to the point that Steam had to delay the launch of the Steam machine, the GameCube, praise be. Also, it's gotten so bad that you can no longer buy a Steam Deck. They can't produce them anymore. But one of the largest investors in AI is Microsoft. So they have a bunch of RAM, and their newest console is going to be compatible with Steam. Microsoft one of the goals that Microsoft is trying to achieve is to prevent Steam from launching their new hardware, so people will buy their fucking GameCube instead of the Steam one.
So I think it's actually way more sinister and way dumber than that.
That's just one of the things. That's just one of the things. Like, they want to kill the Steam hardware because, holy shit, why wouldn't you buy a Steam machine if you don't want to spend $4,000 on a computer?
So Microsoft is a massive stakeholder in OpenAI, who are providing them with a bunch of their services. So they're literally putting a bunch of money into OpenAI, which that money is basically going back to Microsoft and then running to OpenAI and running back to Microsoft. It's literally like some freaking criminal shit.
Yep.
Like,
AI is organized crime in the tech field.
I've heard someone call it like the fascist rendition of art because it is art that you are not allowed to. It is stuff you're not allowed to make because the machine is making authorized versions for you. And I was like, wow, that is dire.
I cannot tell you how much I cherish my Steam Deck at the moment.
Yep.
Knowing that I can't get another one.
Using it to play Esoteric Ebb, which is Steam Deck certified. It's pretty good on there. But yeah, no, it's one of those things. Like, yeah, no. So what does this mean for everything besides Xbox? Well, that means PlayStation doesn't need to be better than Xbox. They just need to exist. And considering Sony has not made the best decisions in the past, see the $600 console, see how they copyrighted a camera functionality that would have ads in, like they've copyrighted like ads in games, something like that. I don't know. They've done a lot of weird, shady shit.
I will say you're very right that the majority that like this is great news for Sony, but I can't deny the fact that
I don't think it's
this
great
is
news
also
for Sony.
this is well. In a sense, it kind of is because they're going to be the main.
It's the only game in town, yeah.
Well, but I think this is also a great news for Nintendo as well because now there's less options, and with less options, there's more opportunity to get a new market. And with them being the best portable gaming, the best portable, and now the most affordable, and the only portable gaming console you can get on the market right now, besides maybe the ROG and whatever other third-party. Fucking
you mean the ROG the handheld console that Xbox is doing a thing with?
Yeah, I don't even think you can buy those right now.
Probably not.
They at least the most marketable because there's also I want to get the company that's making the Ein Thor.
Oh yeah, those are going up in price soon.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one of those real soon.
Yeah, my brother has one. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you can't get a Steam Deck right now. Damn.
No, you can't. I looked. It's tragic because I love my Steam Deck. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot more opportunity for Nintendo to get their hands in on this market opportunity because it's the easiest handheld gaming console to get your hands on that will actually function. Like, there's not a lot of entry knowledge you need to pick up a Nintendo Switch and start playing games. Granted, you're not going to be playing like Call of Duty or any of like the big main things out there, but there's still a lot of stuff to enjoy on it, and there are like crossovers between the other platforms. Like you can play all the Doom games, you can play all the all the indie games that are coming out because apparently I see a lot more indie titles going to Switch before they start getting onto Xbox and PlayStation.
It's not too hard to develop for.
Yeah. So it's a very accessible console, and that's whatever Sony doesn't pick up, Nintendo's going to vacuum up the rest. So
I mean, to be fair, I would argue that Nintendo never had to worry about that because
their identity is just too unique compared to the other platforms.
They've also just always been like, you're going to get, if you're a Nintendo fan, you're going to buy the new Nintendo console. Something Nintendo fan, something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
part
what
of the
it
problem.
Is. I'm also part of the problem. I was literally just playing Pikmin 4. That game's great.
I've started playing Bonanza again. It's really fun.
I need to go back and finish that. I just have not touched it in a while. It didn't hook me like Mario did.
I have been playing through Odyssey again, and I'm starting to realize why I prefer it over Bonanza. But I will say, seeing it again, Bonanza's worlds are definitely a lot more stimulating than Odyssey.
Yeah.
Odyssey is very refined. Bonanza is very do whatever the hell you want. It's a really cool evolution, honestly. Like
I think I'm just like not. I just don't vibe with like the do whatever you want type of beat anymore. Like not as much. Like Minecraft doesn't do it for me very much anymore. Games like Terraria never really did it for me. I prefer like a structure, but that's just
fair.
me. Like that is a me problem.
I get it. No, that's valid.
A skill
it's very
issue,
valid.
if you will.
It's very valid.
But yeah, so we're probably gonna see a much worse Sony coming out for 2026. So get ready for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And get ready for the response to be, well, who else are you gonna go to? We're the main console people now. Just deal with it.
The price to entry in gaming has gotten so bad that it's now your best options in terms of affordability for a console that runs is a Switch 2 or a PS5.
It's gotten bad.
And even those are going to go up because of the RAM shortage. The RAM shortage. This is fabricated.
If you can get your hands on like a computer, like even like a cheapo computer, you can at least emulate stuff.
Yep.
So you at least have that. But who knows? The future gaming is
speaking of emulation, let's go a little funny side story. Okay, prime Nintendo fan problem here. I bought both Leaf Green and Fire Red on the Switch too because
you bastard, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. I bought Fire Red for my girlfriend and I bought Leaf Green for me because, you know, it's really fun to just cuddle up on the couch with our Switches and play Pokemon. Aww. Fucking sue me. All right. That being said, one of the problems with those ports is that
freaking hetero.
I know. One of the problems that game has is that you can't name your Pokemon curse words. But I'm here to tell you, everybody. I'm here to tell you, everybody, they didn't get them all. They didn't get them all. You can still name your rival Asshat, and you can also name one of your Pokemon Ass Butt. I've done it. I'll put a screenshot up on it. It is possible. So you just got to get a little bit. You got to get a little creative. I'm sure there's more. That'd be a really fun video to make. How many Pokemon can I get away with putting swear words in? Asshat and Ass Butt, all one word, are confirmed. You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. And now we know. So yeah, look forward to the AI only console Project Helix. Kill me.
Yeah, no one's gonna fucking buy it.
And there'll be some chuds out there. Who
well, of course, I'm sure there's gonna be someone, but like, it's same. It's gonna have the same problems that Windows 11 is right now. Is that nobody wants to fucking use it because it's literally just doesn't work, and nobody cares about the AI features.
And if you thought that the worst thing PlayStation can do is say, actually, no single party games, first party games on the PC actually was arrogant, boy, get ready for whatever the shit they're gonna do. I get the feeling we're gonna see some nasty shit coming up. We'll see. To be fair to Sony, I'm gonna be a little bit fair to Sony here.
Wolverine looks really cool.
I'm gonna be fair to Sony. I legitimately did not buy Ghosts of Yotei because and Death Stranding 2 because I would rather just wait to play them on PC.
Is the new Ghosts of Yotei coming to PC?
No.
No. Oh.
I thought it was, and then they announced that would be the first one to not come to PC.
Oh.
Death Stranding 2 though does have a PC port. Yeah.
Damn it. That's the reason I didn't buy it either. I wanted to play it on Steam.
Because it came out on Tsushima came out on PC. And I'm like,
I know.
I should play that on PC. I should wait and play it on PC.
Damn it!
I can't wait for GTA 6 to apparently not get a PC port.
I can't wait for GTA 6 to be the reason why people have to buy a whole ass SSD just to play it.
Is it bad that I kind of hope GTA 6 sucks?
I kind of hope it sucks too.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's for a whole other
Rockstar's got plenty of can of worms to open, but the quality of their games, unfortunately, is not one of them. At least in recent years.
I think Rockstar, like from the higher up section, needs a kick in the ass to realize like what makes their games good is the people that they're deciding to shit on.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what comes of that.
But they're riding that ego high because they're still churning millions upon millions of dollars on GTA 5 as well as RDR2.
Surely.
To a lesser extent, at least. But like,
if we cut the head off of our golden goose, we'll get all the eggs at once. What do you mean that's not how it works? Anyway.
I mean, but Rockstar's always done console first.
Yeah.
Which is,
they always do the PC port like a million years in advance.
Yeah.
Like
at least it works
like,
when it's out.
Yeah.
I remember when the GTA 5 PC port came to be, like, it ran good. It was a good port. Yeah. It was solid.
You can't GTA 4 port.
Like I said, there's a lot of things you can complain about Rockstar. The quality of their games when they launch is not one of them. You just can't.
I may not like Red Dead 2, but it launched at good quality.
Red Dead 2 is a masterpiece. Fight me.
Okay, that's fine. I did not vibe. I did not vibe with it.
That is unfortunate. I will put it. I won't knock you. You have the right to your opinion.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna go with that's unfortunate.
I think it is a really well made interactive movie type game. I do not enjoy it as a video game.
That is also fair. The story is so great. Honestly, what I love doing in Red Dead 2 the most is hunting. The hunting is really fun.
Fair. Having recently played the PC port of Red Dead Redemption 1, I feel stronger about my dislike of Red Dead 2 than I did before.
I didn't like Red Dead 1 as much because it controlled terribly.
I like Red Dead. I feel like I like Red Dead 1's controls a lot more. Like, it feels more like a video game to me.
I'll give you that, but it still feels really clunky. It's also one of the reasons why I don't like...
clunky, yeah.
It's also one of the reasons why I don't like playing Witcher 3. The controls are freaking terrible. Oh my god.
Witcher 3 is...
It is such an aggravating game to just move around in, which is one of the main things you have to do. There's a whole ass world to move around in, and moving around sucks.
Move like a truck. They made the man move like a truck. But yeah. Anyway, speaking of trucks, do you want to talk about Leon's dump truck?
I had a whole joke lined up for this conversation, and you completely derailed it. You son of a bitch! No, fuck you. Absolutely, go fuck yourself. God.
That's fair. From
you took
here
my
on
punchline
out,
more or less. Anyway.
From here on, thank you for listening this far. If you would not like to deal with the Resident Evil 9 full spoiler cast, you can click off now. Thank you for watching. We love you so much. If you're okay with us spoiling Resident Evil 9 or have played it yourself, please stay on and hear us talk shit.
We're going to fabricate this next bit because I still want to do it. Anyway, ask me what my favorite part of the game was.
What's your favorite part of the game?
It's that one section where you swap back to Grace and you and Leon are in the trash pit. And at first I was upset because I wanted to play my Leon game some more, but then I realized it was the best part of the game because you could crouch down and tail behind Leon's ass for the whole duration of that beginning bit. Gotta say, exactly what I did too. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Damn it, Resident Evil. You made me gay. Or at least bi. Yeah.
Leon Curious.
Yep, I am Leon Curious. That is a man.
That's fair.
Every time we spoke, I'm like, oh my God, Leon, take me away. Take me away.
Leon, take me in your big juicy arms.
Oh my God. And then right after I beat that, I started playing the Resident Evil 2 remake again. And I see Leon's face. I'm like, oh my God, he's a baby. Man. He's a baby.
So first of all, how do we feel at the end of Resident Evil 9? How do we feel about the game? Like, in the fewest words possible. Like it, hate it, love it.
It is my favorite Resident Evil game.
I love it.
It is. It is so good. I don't think it's masterpiece level, but it is definitely a heavy hitter. It is.
I think Resident Evil 2 remake is still like peak for me.
I would say it's a peak remake. I wouldn't say it's peak.
Yeah. Like I would still say that's the most consistent Resident Evil game from beginning to end. Like, I liked every moment of it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this one is higher highs, but lower lows than Resident Evil 2 remake.
The way I would put it, in terms of like picking it up in its current price point and state, if you are a Resident Evil fan, get it. It is worth it. It is
absolutely.
If you love Resident Evil,
it is a love letter.
Oh my God, That being said, if you are a kind of like, meh, I'm iffy about picking it up, wait for a sale. wait for a sale because one thing is the length. I beat it in about 10 hours. 10 hours
Which
for
is
$70
pretty long for a Resident Evil game.
Maybe it's just because I'm dumb. But anyway, 10 hours for a $70 game, it's a bit iffy. But I'm a Resident Evil fan, so to me it was worth it based on how good the freaking game is.
Keep in mind there is going to be a Mercenaries mode. They already announced they're doing another minigame mode. It is made for multiple playthroughs, so that's
right. But in its current, like at the moment, like if you were to pick it up right now, don't get it unless you're like a huge Resident Evil fan.
That's fair. That's fair. It's $70. So keep in mind, I actually did not pay $70 for it.
You got it with your monitor.
I got it for free because I got an MSI OLED monitor. So they came for free with that because of some deal they were having at the time. So that first of all, the setup for the game is interesting because it is essentially, hey, we're gonna put to bed all of the T-virus stuff, all of the Umbrella stuff. Like this is where everything ends in that regard, and we're gonna cover just about everything we possibly can. And so your game is split up into two sections, which is the Grace Ashcroft sections, who is a character. Grace Ashcroft is the daughter of a character that only appears in Resident Evil Outbreak, the online PS2 game.
That's a hell of a pull.
Which is in hell. There's a lot of crazy pulls in that game.
Mm-hmm. Did you go back and see the tofu block?
I found that on my first playthrough.
Same. I saw. I didn't even know that existed. I was looking around and I saw it. I'm like, what the hell is that?
I heard like a bouncing noise in the RPD. I'm like, what? Huh? And I looked around and I kept looking around. Like, I guess there's nothing. And then Tofu was there. I'm like,
what the? I was so confused.
My boy, my son.
I was so confused. I'm like, what? That's got to be an Easter egg or something because that is so absolutely. Just out of nowhere. It did not make sense.
Like, did you not know about Tofu?
No.
Did you not know about Tofu?
I found out after I discovered it. I looked into it. I'm like, why was there a giant white brick in RPG?
Okay, so Tofu is the fifth survivor. Fifth survivor. Tofu's whole deal is that he was in Resident Evil 2 original, and he was essentially, once you beat like the hunk thing, which was in Resident Evil 2 had fourth survivor, which was hunk.
Yeah.
Where you went out and just tried to escape. This one was the same, except you had less health, like you were kind of shittier, and you were a tofu block. The reason you're a tofu block is because that was the hitbox. That's just a hitbox that's filled in.
That's genius.
Yeah, so they just made a joke like, "Oh, it's a tofu block." It's just the hitbox.
That is absolutely genius. I love that.
And then they remade it. They remade Tofu in the RE2 remake. They did it again, which is where that model comes from, which is cute. There's a lot of little cute things. I don't know if you found like the creepy picture of Rebecca in RPD.
No, but I did find the closet with all the classic video games in it.
Yeah, with Street Fighter Alpha 2 on the Sega Saturn. Yeah, that was great.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That was a pull. That was a hell of a pull. God. Good Grace, that first Grace section is peak horror. Like that is Sam Raimi ass friggin' goofball horror.
I would say peak horror in Resident Evil was the baby house in 8.
Baby house is cool, but it's a short sequence. I feel like this had a lot more going on.
That one part is the one reason I haven't replayed it. It's too much for me. It's probably because it nicks at all my like. I was laughing at the big grandma monster.
So wait, what big grandma monster?
The girl
in 9?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what the girl is?
It's the girl that wasn't. It was the one that was in the cell.
Yeah, the other cell.
Yeah, the other cell.
Yeah, that's why there's the big hole in the roof.
Yeah, but I dubbed her grandma because she looked like a big creepy old lady. And then when I like put the pieces together, I'm like, oh, it's actually not like an old lady monster. It's a child monster that looks like an old lady.
My dad was playing through it, and he didn't realize that was the case.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh no, that's why there's a big hole in the other cell. It's because that one escaped.
Yep.
And I was like, I love that. I thought that was a cool monster. I thought the way that she looks in the dark.
Oh yeah.
When you're creeping through is so scary.
Honestly, all the chase villains made me laugh.
That's fair.
Especially Chunk. Chunk was so funny. Just trying to watch him squeeze through a hallway. How could you not laugh at that?
I love Chunk. That's a very Sam Raimi-esque like goofball monster, very Evil Dead-esque kind of creature. And I kind of love that. Like the Resident Evil 7 had like the Baker house where you're dealing with Daddy Baker and like you have to fight him with the chainsaw at the end. After like fighting him like 3 different times. And I was like, that is some peak Evil Dead Sam Raimi bullshit. And I'm in love with that. Like, that's my favorite thing. I think
7 probably has one of my favorite atmospheres in any video game.
7's like a really good start.
Horror out in the boonies is so untouched. Like
7 is... sorry, go ahead.
Horror, like the themes of horror like out in the swamp or in the boonies. The Bayou.
I love hillbilly horror.
Oh my god,
I love Texas Chainsaw
It is
type
so underutilized. Same with like Western horror, but
I have a few movies I'd recommend to you on that front.
Please let me know after the podcast.
But
we are an hour and 15 in, so let's.
Oh yeah, we're doing spoiler.
Let's take maybe like another 10 minutes, and then we'll end it.
Yeah. So, favorite boss fight of that game.
Probably against Mr. X.
That is a good boss fight.
Because
I found it pretty...
Mostly because it was how vindicating it was after the bullshit he put
nice.
me. The bullshit
he put me. It was very much a fan
into.
service moment.
I'm like,
it was very much the fan service of like,
this is a long time coming. Fuck you.
I was trying to trigger like an event that just never happened because I saw that I can go into the basketball court and I couldn't figure out how to get him to break the wall. But after the fight, the wall's broken anyway.
Yeah.
I was trying to trigger him to break the wall himself, but it just didn't happen. I think my favorite fight was with Hunk, or the Commander, as I call him. It's Hunk. It's obviously Hunk. It's the same voice actor.
Absolutely.
It's the same look. And it's the only person I can think of who can go toe to toe with Leon, other than maybe Chris. That fight is. I went back and did that fight again. Because I didn't like how I tried to shoot him at one point. Because I'm like, oh, I can't just beat him with the axe. Like, no, I will go back and just beat him with the axe. And that fight is so much fun. Just parrying and like having the axe fight with him is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, what a great fight.
It's like an action movie. It's wonderful.
Apparently in Insanity mode, he has 2 other backup soldiers with him. So I gotta try that. I gotta go through it again in Insanity, see how that works.
Dude, that was pretty cool. The shift from just fighting zombies to now fighting like armed soldiers. I thought that was really fun.
I didn't like fighting the normal soldiers. I did like fighting Hunk.
I just thought it was like a neat change of pace. Like
fun detail.
Because you don't do it for too long.
So fun detail about that game. Something I thought was interesting, and a lot of people have argued about this online, calling it copium or whatever. Every enemy you kill, usually their body stays where they died.
Yeah.
Like you usually see the bodies left behind.
I mean, that's like a classic Resident Evil mechanic, though.
Yeah. Hunk's body is not there when you go back.
Huh.
Now you can say, and a lot of people are, that is coincidence, copium, whatever. Here's the thing. If you go back in Insanity, the guards that you killed, their bodies are still there. Not Hunk. He's gone. So I feel like it's more than nothing.
I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back in like a DLC or something.
Probably. My guess is they're gonna say like some T-virus bullshit or something. Because at the end of the game, like you do like see the connections soldiers coming in and like grabbing something from the BSAA guys. So something's there.
What choice did you make at the end?
Oh, I immediately like put in the password. I put in the right password.
Oh.
I felt like it was obvious.
I chose to destroy it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Okay. So why did you choose to destroy it?
Big Daddy Leon told me to.
That's fair.
So that's the reason. That's the reason. You can't steer me wrong. I trust you.
So when Spencer is talking about like how he regrets everything and he wanted to just make something right, I'm like, oh, Elpis is a cure. Elpis is like some kind of antiviral or some kind of weapon against the infected. It's not going to be another virus.
Yeah.
And yeah, it turns out I was right.
Which is cool that you should be rewarded for that with a better ending.
What
was really nice is like after you do that, the game immediately tells you want to see what happened if Grace actually put in the other one, and it just takes you right back to that point. You don't have to like reload the save or anything. So
that's
like,
cool.
I'm like, thank God, because I didn't want to.
I don't even know what even happens if you destroy it.
The building starts crumbling. Grace hops onto a stray platform while Leon tries to fight the One Piece villain.
Oh, tries to fight Zeno?
Yeah. And then he gets his head blown off. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of love how Zeno is just like a shitty Wesker.
Zeno was just like, yes, I too have watched One Piece. From the way his little fucking movements when he was dodging bullets to the way he wears that stupid ass jacket, not putting his arms through the sleeves.
Oh, that's not One Piece. That's Wesker.
Oh.
That's just how Wesker is. We'll play through Resident Evil 5. You'll see. Because Wesker does the same shit.
So he's also a One Piece villain. I'm not dropping this.
No, Wesker, he's literally like shitty Wesker. Like, you realize, like, oh, he's just kind of a baby bitch. And Wesker already kind of sucks in a good way. Like, Wesker's Wesker looks so cool. Like, he's got, like, the glasses and he's got, like, the jacket. And he throws a missile in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And then you're finding out he's really creeping on Rebecca of the STARS unit while she's in high school, which is a little weird.
Yeah.
A little strange. A little sus.
So I know we both come to the conclusion that Resident Evil 9 is fucking amazing. That being
awesome.
said, I do have a couple criticisms about it.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
So keep in mind, I understand that there's different ways to play the game. There's replays, there's insanity mode, yada yada yada. That being said, you don't unlock a lot of this stuff until you beat it for the first time. So first time playing it through, standard mode, modern, because the ink ribbon mechanic is kind of stupid if you ask me.
I like the ink ribbon mechanic, but
I get it.
I don't have time to deal with it right now.
I get it. It's like, it's a cool throwback. It's an interest. It does add a new layer of tension, which will help with the criticisms I'm about to make. I get it.
Yeah.
I just think it's too inconvenient for what it is.
That's fair, I suppose.
Yeah. The game's too easy. And I think a lot of that is because I never felt like I was ever pressed for ammo. And once you figure out how to beat both as Leon, I mean, Leon is supposed to kind of feel like you're a badass zombie killing machine. No complaints
absurd.
there, especially when they
Leon's
give you the
absurd.
wristband that rewards you for killing zombies.
Yeah.
So no complaints on the Leon difficulty, but the Grace
Leon's
difficulty.
in a John Wick film.
The Grace difficulty for me doesn't feel pressing enough. It's probably one of the reasons why I didn't get that scared. It was because, all right, it's super easy to find ammo. I know how to deal with the zombies because they're so slow, and all you got to do is land a couple headshots in them. And even when you come back, you just, okay, when you find the resources, craft a fucking hemoslidin, whatever the hell. I called it a hemoglobin. Craft a little hemoglobin, do a stab if you need to. Keep making ammo, because ammo's great. Pull out the Requiem if you need to stun a big guy. If you get cornered and you want to get out of the corner, you pull out the big iron, you pop one into his face, and you run away.
I nearly exclusively use the Requiem in the Gray sections to get rid of like the blister heads.
I mean, that's another. I just used the fuck. I had so much hemoglobin. I understand I'm calling it wrong. I'm not changing it. I never had a problem with it. And even
it's the hemolytic injector, but who cares? Hemoglobin. Works.
I did not have a problem at all. I died more as Leon than I did as Grace.
I think I died once as No, I died twice as Grace.
I did not die at all when I played Grace.
I died once during the final fight with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one where I think it was the butcher that got me because I got trapped in a room with like a blister head, the butcher, and I just really bad kiting and just got eviscerated.
Dude, when I first saw
Sorry.
the butcher and I pulled out the Requiem, I was like, "Oh, dude, this is gonna blow your head clean off." And
I waited.
launched my one shot into his head, and he just looks at me. I'm like, "Fuck."
So I tried to save most of the zombies for Leon because I'm like, yeah, if I come back here with Leon, that's gonna save me a lot of ammo.
I killed everything,
and it did.
Both. It was too easy. It was so easy to kill everything.
That's fair. Well, that's what insanity mode's for, thankfully.
Exactly. I was like, prior insanity. Now that I know that there's obviously I knew there was going to be some new difficulty after I beat the game.
Yeah.
But like first run through, I did not feel that much tension.
That's fair.
In the Grace parts, and it was because resources were too easy to get. If I had less to work with, it would have been a better experience. That's my only criticism with the game, though.
There's only 2 bosses in that game because there were a lot of bosses, and I liked most of them. There's only 2 that I had I didn't love. That was this could have been skipped, and that was the spider because I just thought the spider was a cool set piece, but I didn't enjoy the actual fight itself. It's just a bullet sponge.
Yeah.
And the plant. The plant was easy. It's just like it kind of just felt like it was like
shoot the flower. Got it.
Shoot the flower. Yeah.
Zelda ass boss.
I kind of ran through it like it was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the Raccoon City section goes on for a long time.
Yeah, but I loved every single minute of it.
I liked most of it, but like it went on for a while, like maybe a little longer than it needed to be, honestly.
That's fair. That is fair.
I will say, getting the mortars did feel very therapeutic.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That felt good. But yeah, that game is excellent. The gas station fight is one of my favorite sequences in that entire game.
Mm-hmm.
That is also one of my first Leon deaths and probably the coolest Leon death I've ever gotten. Where I got killed by the final chainsaw guy, and he literally chainsaws through you. Then before the chainsaw goes all the way through you, grabs your head, rips your top half off, and your bottom half starts trying to walk away.
Oh my god!
And as your top half is getting eaten by the zombie, it's so sick. It's so cool.
That is wild. I gotta look that up.
And then you have and then you can have like the chainsaw duel with that zombie if you pick up the chainsaw beforehand. And
why wouldn't you?
Well, it doesn't give you like a quick time event, but if you mash the button, you can actually have a higher chance of taking out the chainsaw and just gutting them with it. It's super sick. And so yeah, I'm glad Leon is now just like unkillable super beast, or he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna style these zombies like I'm friggin' Dante.
Dude, I knew
Tony Redgrave.
I knew he like what absolutely sealed the deal that Leon has just gone into pure badass territory is when they're at the church in the first part of the game, and the zombie busts through the window. Grace like shits herself, and Leon's just like, bang bang.
Leon's like,
basically
like 4 games of this shit.
Basically, he's like, Capcom, let me die.
Capcom, please. That's why I wanted to destroy the virus, so you let him die. But yeah, no, Resident Evil 9 rules. Very, very big fan of it. Oh, before we stop talking about that, we should probably talk about Spencer real quick. So there is
Spencer?
Spencer is the old man. He was the creator of Umbrella and creator of the original viruses. He is weird. So a lot of people have argued about how he's written in this game because you see the flashback of him and Grace, and he's like, yeah, I wanted to create something good since I've clearly messed up humanity a bit. So here's this little girl. I'm hoping it makes me a better person now, whatever. Right? And then creating like the password to unlock Elpis, which a lot of people are like, that seems like a really easy password to crack. It's like, yeah, it would be. You have one shot at it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I know that like, God, what's the little girl's name?
Grace or Emily?
Emily. Is Emily a clone of Grace?
She's either a clone of Grace or a female clone of Spencer. I believe she's a female clone of Spencer. And
but she looks so much like the Emily clones that you see. And she even looks like Emily as a kid, just with like slightly longer hair. I think it's implied that she just kind of looks like one of these clones. I don't know. It is a little messy there. Either way, a kid's like, oh yeah, I found this little girl and now I'm going to give her away because I want her to be taken care of. Blah blah blah. I'm not evil anymore. And then also became Dracula.
This interview takes place way before the events of Resident Evil 5. Which means that in Resident Evil 5, when Spencer immediately goes back on his bullshit and goes, you know what? Human experimentation is kind of cool, actually. It's kind of based. Let's do that again. And ruin Africa. And he's like, I want to be a god. My only motivation is to become immortal. I want to be a god. A lot of people argue like the writing is a retcon. And maybe it is. I kind of like the idea. I kind of love the idea of, yeah, Grandpa had a moment of clarity and then immediately went back on his bullshit.
I will say I am not very up to touch with the lore of the Resident Evil series. And it's because I didn't start like actually playing the games until I played 7 for the first time.
That's fair.
Yeah, I played 7 because like it was such a shock in like the Resident Evil and horror game scene that like it was like a must play. So I played it, loved it, obviously. And then I'm like, okay, Resident Evil's actually fun. What other ones? Then I went and played 4, loved it, because that's just the one you go to when you start getting into Resident Evil.
4 is the big one.
Yeah, and then I played 2, and then 8 and 9, and then I started I looked up like a couple of videos about the Resident Evil lore, like around Leon. So
the lore is freaking weird.
And there's like so many other. I did play the first game. I didn't beat it because it was just kind of like, it's all right.
I would say Resident Evil has Metal Gear levels of like layers of lore for that.
Yeah,
but unlike Metal Gear, where it's going on like strange like esoteric concepts, this is more like, yeah, we've hidden a bunch of our lore behind games no one played or liked.
Exactly.
Like Resident Evil Gun Survivor, Umbrella Chronicles.
So there was a lot of pieces I wasn't able to like fit based off like lore reasons when I was playing through 9. But that alone, to me, that's just another reason, another benefit of like how good the game is, because I still think it's like my favorite one to play thus far. So
yeah, I would say as someone who does know a ton of that lore, that felt really good to go through and be like, oh, okay. And just see all that. It was, I will say, however, knowing the lore can be suffering, because when IGN put out their poll of who should Leon marry, I said Larry, who should Leon marry, the number one answer was Sherry Birkin.
Ew.
Which, if you've played Resident Evil 2, ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
Ew.
All
right.
That's more of a Wesker thing to do. Anyway,
please, for the sake of me, who's editing this one, let's end it.
Yeah. let's end it. All right, now if you have gotten to this end point of the video, this is where we're ending it. So goodbye, folks. Thank you for watching Endstar. Stay beautiful. Tell your parents you love them. You don't know how long they got.
What the fuck? Where'd that come from?
I don't know why. I was looking for something funny to say.
No. No.
Your parents.
No. No.
All right, goodbye, folks.
Bye.
I'm ending the recording there.